26th May 2021 Morning Murli Shanti BapDada Madhuban. Sweet children, let your intellects have faith and continue to follow each one of the Father's directions. Only by following His directions will you become elevated. Question: which children are called true helpers of God? Answer: those who make effort to claim a kingdom and also make others similar to themselves. Those who are engaged in God's service in this way are true helpers of God. When others see them, they too become cooperative. Om Shanti. When you sit here, you tell everyone to remember shivbaba. You know that shivbaba exists. People go to his temples, but no one apart from you children know who he is. Therefore, remind them of shivbaba. The intellect's yoga of some children sitting here wanders everywhere. This is why it is your duty to remind them. Brothers and sisters, remember the Father from whom you are able to receive the inheritance. You are now real brothers and sisters. On the physical level, because of being male and female, you are brothers and sisters. Even when giving lectures, you address everyone as brothers and sisters. That means to be a brother or a sister in terms of the body. It is not like that here. Here it is explained to you, souls, to remember your Father, the Creator. You are to receive the inheritance from Him. There is a difference. The words brothers and sisters are common. Here the Father tells you, children, remember me, your Father. Shivbaba is the spiritual father and Prajapita Brahma is the physical father. Bap and Dada both say, children, remember the Father and don't allow your intellect's yoga to wander anywhere else. Intellect wanders a great deal. The same thing happens on the path of devotion. They sit in front of an image of Krishna or another deity and turn the beads of a rosary. However, at the same time, their intellects wander somewhere else. Who are the deities? How and when did they receive their kingdom? No one knows this. Sikhs know that Guru Nanak established the Sikh religion. Then there were his grandchildren. The Gurus who came after him, they continue to take rebirth. No one understands these things. They don't remember Guru Nanak constantly. Okay, for instance, even if some people do remember Guru Nanak or Buddha or the founder of their religion, they don't know where that founder is at this time. They simply say that he merged into the light or that he went beyond sound. Or they say that Krishna is present everywhere. They continue to say that wherever they look, they only see Krishna or only Radhe. The Father sits here and explains, you people of Bharat were deities. Your faces were those of human beings, but your characters were of deities. There are the images of the deities. If there were not any images, you wouldn't understand this. Only the Father comes and explains the connection between Radhe and Krishna and Lakshmi and Narayan. You can explain to anyone that incorporeal Baba is explaining to us. In fact, all are incorporeal. Souls are incorporeal. Then souls speak through corporeal forms and incorporeal being cannot speak. You can explain that our Baba is also their Baba. Shivbaba is the ocean of knowledge and the ocean of peace. He is the unlimited Father. He too needs a body. He himself says, I entered this body of Brahma, for only then can the Brahman religion be established. The creation of Brahmins takes place through Brahma. Therefore, the Father only explains to the Brahmin children and not to anyone else. He only explains to you children. It is not that. Because we are Shivbaba's children. We are God's. No. A father is a father and children are children. Yes, when a child grows up and becomes a father by creating children, he would then be a father. That one has many children. He only explains to the children whose intellects have faith. Those whose intellects have faith follow the father's directions, because it is only by following Srimad that you become elevated. You now understand that you are becoming like those deities. We have continued to sing praise of the deities for birth after birth, and we now have to become like them by following Srimad. The kingdom has to be established. Not everyone will follow Srimad fully, because the kingdom is very large. They will follow it number-wise. In a kingdom, there are all sorts: subjects, maids, servants, cremators, etc. All are needed. You will have visions of those with such activity, and how so and so will go into a family of cremators. There won't be just one cremator, there will be his family. There is a union of cremators too. They all meet together. If they hold a strike, everyone stops working. Such things do not happen in the golden age. You also have a picture in which you ask people what they want to become. Will you become a barrister or a deity? Your whole kingdom is being established. This is not a small thing. The unlimited Father sits here and explains unlimited things to you. They should sit in your intellects. We will make effort and claim a high status in the future. By following Srimad, we will claim the most elevated royal status. When we make others equal to ourselves, we are called God's helpers. Nothing of anyone can remain hidden. As you make further progress, everything will become known. This is called the light of knowledge. You continue to receive light. People don't know anything. They continue to manufacture bombs underground. Nothing is manufactured just to be stored. In the beginning, they used to fight with swords. Then they created guns to use, not just to store. They even understand that death will take place through those things. They have tested them. So many died when only one bomb was dropped on Hiroshima. They have progressed so much since that time and built so many buildings. Destruction will not take place in such a way that they would stay in hospitals. Even the hospitals won't remain, because earthquakes will take place at the same time. No one can prevent natural calamities. They say all of this is in God's hand. Your children now understand that destruction has to take place. There will be famine, and you won't even be able to obtain water. You understand that this is nothing new. The same thing happens in the previous cycle. No one has the knowledge of the cycle. They say that there was paradise 3000 years before Christ, but they have then written in the scriptures that the duration of a cycle is hundreds of thousands of years. No one's attention is drawn to that. They just listen to it and then become occupied with their own work, etc. Therefore, the Father explains to your children, now make effort quickly, stay in the remembrance, and the alloy will be removed. You have to become Satapradhan here, otherwise there will be punishment experienced and you will then go to your own religion. You receive Srimad from God. Sri Krishna is a prince. Therefore, how could he give directions to anyone? No one in the world understands these things. Explain with a lot of love. Remember shivbaba. Shivbaba himself says, constantly remember me alone. He is the benefactor. Break away from everyone else and connect yourself to the one. You are those who take the boat of Bharat across. The story of true Narayan is connected to Bharat. Those of other religions would never listen to the story of the true Narayan. Only those who belong to the original eternal deity religion and who are to change from ordinary humans into deities, means Narayan, will listen to it. Only they will listen to the story of immortality. There used to be deities in the immortal world, and they would definitely have attained that status by listening to the story of immortality. Each and every aspect is worth remaining. If even only one thing sits in your intellects, you will remember everything else. Remember the Father and also pay attention to spinning the discus of self-realization. You are now playing your parts here with shivbaba, and you will then have to return home. Only the Father explains what truth is and what falsehood is. Only the one is the truth and everything else is false. There was Ravan and Lanka. It is not a question of just one. Such things do not happen in the golden and silver ages. This whole world of human beings is Lanka. This is Ravan's kingdom. All the Sitas remembered the one Ram. That is, all the devotees, all the brides remembered the one bridegroom, God, because this is Ravan's kingdom. Sannyasis don't understand these things. Everyone is unhappy in the cottage of sorrow. The Iron Age is the cottage of sorrow. The Golden Age is the cottage free from sorrow. Here there is sorrow at every step. Baba is now taking you to heaven, which is free from sorrow. There human beings are in so much sorrow. When someone dies, they go crazy. Such things don't take place in heaven. There is never untimely death there, that a wife would become a widow. There they shed their costumes and take others in their own time. They take the costumes of a male or a female, and they would therefore have a vision of that. At the end, you will come to know everything about who will become what. Then at that time you would say that for all of this time you didn't make enough effort. There would be no point in saying this at that time, because the time will have already gone by. This is why the Father now says, children, make effort, become true right hands in service, and you will go into the kingdom. Remain busy in service. There are examples of how so many whole families became busy in service. It would be said that that family performed such good actions that all of them are busy in doing God's service. The mother, the father, and children are all busy doing this. That is good. It is not. They keep running after service. Your children should have a lot of enthusiasm for showing the path to human beings so that those souls become happy. How many do you show the path to? When you sow seeds, you create subjects. No one is born a king. First they are subjects, and then by making effort they can become something great from nothing. When others see you busy doing service, they will also have the enthusiasm. Why should I too not make effort? Otherwise, this will be your condition every cycle. Many will come and repent. You won't see the sorrow that is experienced then at any other time in your lives because of not following Srimad, because many sinful actions have been performed. You will witness such sorrow at the end. Don't even ask. Baba shows you a very easy way. Simply remember the Father and also show the path to others. You belong to the deity religion. Just as there are Christian people and those of Islam, so you are those of the deity religion. They are the purest of all. There is no other religion like yours. You remain pure for half the cycle. Heaven and hell are remembered. No one understands what heaven is. The Father only comes in Bharat and awakens you children. It is a matter of 5,000 years. Those who were residents of heaven have become residents of hell, and the Father has now come to make you into pure residents of heaven. The one bridegroom comes and takes all his brides to his cottage that is free from sorrow. Therefore, first of all, tell everyone to remember the Father. Otherwise, while sitting here, their intellects continue to wander everywhere. This is also their condition on the path of devotion. Baba has experienced the best business is that of a jeweler. It is with great difficulty that they can distinguish between real and artificial jewels. Truth is hidden here. There is nothing but falsehood everywhere. This too is fixed in the drama. You know that you are all actors of the drama. No one can leave this drama. No one can attain eternal liberation. Everything has to be done with understanding. You continue to play your parts. You will then repeat those same parts after a cycle. You will see how people continue to die. Destruction has to take place. All souls will go to the land of nirvana. You have this knowledge in your intellects. By your remaining busy in service, many will be benefited. It will be a great wonder if a whole family starts following this knowledge. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, BapDada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. The spiritual children says Namaste and good morning to the spiritual father. Essence for the dharana. First point, in order to be liberated from the fearsome sins at the end and from all sorrows, now start following the Father Srimad. Do the service of making others equal to yourself according to the Srimad. Second point, become a right hand of the Father in service. Show souls the path to make them happy. Benefit everyone. Blessing. May you be a highest being who follows the highest codes of conduct and always take care to stay within the line of the codes of conduct. Explanation. The children who always stay within the line of the codes of conduct by considering themselves to be true Sitas of Ra, that is, those who take this care, automatically remain careful and cheerful. From morning till night, keep in your intellect the clear knowledge of these codes of conduct you have been given to follow from morning till night. Consider yourselves to be a true Sita and stay within the lines of the codes of conduct, and you will be said to be a highest being who follows the highest codes of conduct. Slogan. Do not go into the extremes of service. Keep a balance of service and effort on yourself. Om Shanti.